Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a really simple crochet baby blanket that's made using a 1-row repeat. It's cozy, cuddly, warm, and perfect for your little one. The free written pattern can be found on my website at julesandjones.com, and you can find the link for that in the description box below. Let's go ahead and get started. So before we begin our tutorial, I just wanted to go over some of the details about this pattern, as well as some of the materials that you're going to need for this pattern. So this pattern is made using one of my favorite stitches, which is the reverse blanket stitch. It's made using the basic crochet stitches, so you're going to need to know single crochet, double crochet, and chain, and I'm going to show you in the tutorial as well. So even if you don't know how to make these, you'll definitely know how to make them in the end of this tutorial. And so this stitch pattern is made just using a 1-row repeat. So after you make the second row, you're just going to repeat that row for the remainder of the pattern. And that's it. That's how you make this blanket. And so going into the materials, I used Hobby Lobby Yarn Bee Bamboo-Tiful yarn for this pattern. And so this is the yarn. It's a lightweight DK weight yarn. And so I used it for the pattern. I used it in the color linen, but they do offer a few more different color options. It's made from cotton and bamboo. So this is a gift for a mom-to-be, so that's why I made it in a neutral color. But for instance, if you're making it for a boy, they also offer these 2 colors. So it's a beautiful blue color and then a really pretty light green color. And then if you're making it for a girl, you can also make it in a beautiful pink color. I believe they also have one more girly color in this line, in this yarn line. But if you can't get a hold of this yarn, or you just want to use a different brand, a great option is Brand Coboo Yarn. It's also made with cotton and bamboo and is literally the same as the Yarn Bee version. Okay, so that's what you're going to need. And you're going to need 4 skeins of the Hobby Lobby Yarn Bee version. All right, so now that we've talked about the yarn, the hook that you're going to need for this pattern is just a 4.0 millimeter crochet hook, which is a letter size G. And then you are of course going to need a pair of scissors to cut in between ends, and then a darning needle to work in your tailwinds at the end. And that's it. All right, let's go ahead and get straight into our tutorial. So I will be making a swatch of the stitch that is used in this pattern. So I'm going to be chaining 16. Now, if you want to go ahead and start the actual pattern, you want to chain 148. But first things first, we need to make a slip knot. So there's a couple different ways to make a slip knot. This is just the way that I do it. I just like to wrap the yarn around my finger twice. Then I take the back piece, push it over the front piece, and then I take the front piece and push that over the back piece and over my finger, and then I carefully tighten it with the working yarn. Then I take my crochet hook, I insert it into that loop, and then I pull those 2 strings to close it to create a knot. And there you go. So now you have a slip knot. Okay, so to make a chain, you want to just simply wrap the yarn over your hook and pull it through for your first chain. All right, so I'm going to be making 16 chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Okay, so once you have 16 chains, or the amount for the blanket, we are then going to start our first row. So for the first row, you want to make a double crochet in the 3rd chain from the hook. So let's count our chains from our hook. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so for a double crochet, you're just going to wrap the yarn over your hook, insert it into that chain, yarn over, and pull through. So you should have 3 loops on your hook. Then you're going to yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, and then yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops. And there you go. Now you've made a double crochet. All right, so our next step is to make 2 chains, 1 and 2, and then work a single crochet in the following chain. So to make a single crochet, you are just going to insert your hook into the next chain, yarn over, which should kind of happen naturally, pull it through. So you have 2 loops on your hook, and then yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops on the hook. And there you go. So now you've made your first little sequence for this pattern. Okay, our next step is to skip 2 chains, 1 and 2, and make 2 double crochets in the following chain. Okay, so we're skipping 2 chains. We're going to work our double crochet again. So yarn over hook, insert it into that chain, and then pull it through. 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, and then yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops. Now you want to make another double crochet in that same chain. So go ahead and make your next double crochet. Then you want to chain 2 again and work a single crochet in the next chain. So go ahead and make your single crochet. And there you go. So you should have something that looks like this. Okay, so now we're just going to repeat that sequence for the remainder of the row. So skip 2 chains, 1 and 2, make your 2 double crochets. Then you want to chain 2, and then make a single crochet in the following chain. All right, let's do it again. Skip 2 chains, 1 and 2. You should have 2 chains left. And now we're going to make 2 double crochets again. Two chains, and then a single crochet in that last chain. And there you go. That completes row 1. And you should have something that looks like this. So let's go ahead and start row 2. All right, so for row 2, we are going to be chaining 2. So 1 and 2. Then we're going to flip our work. So now we're working on the back side. And we are going to work that same sequence into each of the spaces. So we're going to work 2 double crochets, 2 chains, and a single crochet within this first space right here. So it's the space after the single crochet from the previous row. Okay, so let's go ahead and make our 2 double crochet. So yarn over for your double crochet. You're just going to insert it right into that space. And then go ahead and finish off that double crochet. Now we're going to make another double crochet in that space. And then you're going to chain 2. And then you are going to work a single crochet in that space. And there you go. So now you've just made your first little sequence. And then you can just pull this just like that to close that chain up. See? And that's what it should look like. So now we're just going to repeat that till the end of the row. So we're going to find our space first, which is right here. You can also skip your 3 stitches if that's helpful. So 1, 2, and 3, and my space is right there. And let's go ahead and make that sequence again. 2 double crochets, two chains, and a single crochet. All right, you should have something that looks like this. Let's go ahead and do it again. Skip our 3 stitches, 1, 2, and 3, find our little space, and work that sequence. 2 double crochets, chain 2, and single crochet. All right, I'm here at my last sequence now. Skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, and 3, find our space, and work your sequence. 2 double crochets, chain 2, and single crochet. All right, so that completes row 2, and you should have something that looks like this. Now the pattern becomes very easy after this because all you're going to do is you are going to be repeating row 2. So for the blanket pattern, you're going to repeat row 2 until row 81. Okay, so let's go ahead and work row 3 just so you know what it looks like, because it's going to be the exact same as row 2. So you are going to chain 2. You're going to turn your work, so we're back on the front side now. And you're going to work your first sequence into this space right here. So remember, it's the after the single crochet from the previous row. So make our 2 double crochets. You're going to chain 2 and then work that single crochet. Skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, and 3, and here's my space. And then work that sequence. 2 double crochets, 2 chains, and single crochet. Skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, and 3, and work your sequence. 2 double crochets, 2 chains, and single crochet. Skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, and 3, and work your sequence again. So my 2 double crochets, looks like I need a bit of yarn here. Two chains and single crochet. And now we're at the end of the row again. And so your row 3 should look like this. And you'll slowly start to see those pretty little scallops form. And it looks really pretty towards the end of your blanket because you already have a built-in border. Okay, and so that is how you work up this pattern. You're just going to repeat row 2 until row 81. And that's it. All right, everyone, I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial on how to make the willow blanket. I went ahead and just made a few extra rows of my swatch here, but this is eventually what it will look like. So these are the beginning rows. And then as you can tell from the blanket right here, you can really see those scallops, so the built-in scallops. And I think this stitch is so great for that because you don't have to work an extra border, so it's already built in. And so yeah, like I said, it's a very simple pattern, perfect for beginners and advanced crocheters. And so yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section and I'll make sure to get to them. And then don't forget, you can find the free pattern in the description box, and then that link will bring you to the free pattern, all the details and materials all listed out. All right, everyone, have a wonderful week, and I will see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye.